could never do what Chris Rock did with the live shit. I would be fucking dead in the water.
What up, though, YouTube family? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Joe, and this is the Black Male Progressive channel. Quickly before we get started, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and if you like to donate, don't be afraid to hit the Cash App.
The live one's an interesting choice because Louis did a similar thing. Louis did it live on his website, and then he's going to release a full edited version of the set. And then I guess that's exactly what Chris is doing.
Absolutely. Chris Rock is definitely one of the greatest stand-up comedians of all time. Definitely one of the greats. But having said that, you know, I think Chris Rock be going crazy on people, and Jada and Will was, well, they wasn't having it that night. Really, Jada wasn't having it, but I'll get into that later.
He released it in the full edited. The shit about Will Smith was ruthless.
Yeah.
Ruthless. It's just like, imagine in life you play chess. You move pieces around. You say, I do this, and the counter would be that. And like, imagine the thought, like, I'm just gonna slap Chris Rock, one of the greatest stand-up comedians of all time. It's not like he's gonna tear my very vulnerable life apart after I smack him with some of the best comedy that anybody's ever written, and he's gonna hone it over a year before he releases it.
Yeah.
Like, what a terrible, unprovoked attack.
Unprovoked? I don't know, Joe Rogan. I probably wouldn't go that far. I maybe give you unwarranted, maybe excessive, certainly excessive. But unprovoked? Nah, I don't think we was watching the same broadcast.
What a dumb thing to do. To like be that person who's like publicly loved, you know, like Will Smith was until that moment.
Newsflash, Joe Rogan, but we still love Will Smith. And I don't just mean black people. I mean Americans. Now, you know, y'all soft-ass coastal motherfuckers might now all of a sudden feel like Will Smith is somehow tarnished or is unworthy to be, you know, an acclaimed actor or whatever. But that's not how the black community feel, and that's not how people in the middle of the country feel. You know, I feel like, you know, people in the middle of the country are much more, accepting of violence. I think people in the middle of the country are much more realistic when it comes to how violence is used in the world in real life situations. You know, I feel like the coastal folks think that the only people who are allowed to employ violence in any situation is the government. And that's just not how most people feel. In fact, most people feel the exact opposite. Like, the government shouldn't really be in the business of committing violent acts against citizens. That should be up to the citizens. It's up to us to decide who deserve to get their ass whooped, not the police.
I mean, until that moment, nobody really had a bad thing to say about, maybe you didn't like one movie, or maybe you thought the superhero movie was dumb, but everybody loved that guy.
I love the superhero.
Everybody loved that guy.
I loved Will. I love Will. I still love Will.
But those two, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
No, Joe Rogan, that freaked you out. American women are very, very turned on by that. Are you serious? What? Show me what American woman would not cream her shorts seeing her husband do that in real life on live television, broadcast across the globe. What? That is the narcissistic American female's wet dream. Literally. Are you crazy?
too are what sunk him. If he just slapped Chris Rock and then sat down and didn't say anything,
People would think it was a joke.
they wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah.
It would kind of drift off, and people would forget about it. They would think, and they would say to Chris, "Was that on purpose? Did you guys plan that?" Oh. Then he would have skated.
That would kind of have defeated the point, Joe Rogan. The whole point was that Jada Pinkett had gotten sick and tired of being the butt of Chris Rock's jokes. She looked over to her husband, who was laughing at said joke, and then she gave him the green light.
But I'm not happy that it happened, but I'm happy the way it happened. Because when I was trying to explain to someone who's not involved in show business how bizarre the industry is, and how like untethered those people are to either morals or ethics or just the reality of human nature.
Yeah.
They are completely connected to the zeitgeist in terms of what's popular and what's trendy and what's accepted by our group and what's rejected by our group, that no one has, I mean, not no one, but in general, the mindset of the people in Hollywood, there's very little independent thought. It's all groupthink.
Well, here's the thing, Joe Rogan. You're looking at this from the standpoint of a professional fighter. Someone who has been trained for decades to not do something like this. And that's fine. And that is appropriate because you are a trained professional fighter. However, most people aren't trained professional fighters. And in the real world, amongst most people, if you talk crazy about somebody's wife one too many times and she give you that look, somebody getting popped in the mouth. And I don't think that's a black thing or a white thing. I think that's just an American thing.
So when Will Smith, after smacking Chris Rock and all that other craziness, goes on stage and wins the Academy Award and gets a fucking standing ovation.
You goddamn right, he got a standing ovation. That nigga saved the Oscars. Nobody cared about the Oscars in 2021. No one gave one fuck. As a matter of fact, they was talking about scrapping the whole televised portion of the fucking event anyway. Will Smith single-handedly saved the fucking Oscars. You motherfucking right, that man got a standing fucking ovation. His peers were thanking him for a job well done.
That was like, that's those people. That's this. They don't know what to do. They don't have the ability to say, hey, that's not right.
No, Joe Rogan. See, here's the thing. Most of those people aren't actually from California. Like, those people aren't actually from the West Coast. Those people mostly are from where most of the people in America are from, which is Middle America. And this is how Middle America settles their disputes. Someone gets punched in the mouth.
I don't care if you're famous. I don't care if you just won the Oscar. You can't assault people. What you did is ridiculous.
Obviously, Joe Rogan, you can, because he did.
The way you're behaving is crazy. It didn't even make sense. It wasn't even proportionate to what he said.
Hey, Joe Rogan, I don't know if you know this, but those people in that room know each other. All those people know each other. All those people work together. Most of those people have worked together for many, many years to get to the Oscars. Right? Those people were not upset. They were. They know Will Smith. They know Chris Rock. They know Jada Pinkett. And they know the situation better than all of us. And they had no problem with what he did, other than it was slightly disruptive to the event.
It wasn't like you overreacted in such a strange way. I have to wonder, are you okay? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
No one did that. They all like, yes, it was amazing. They went to the Vanity Fair party. He was dancing. It was.
You goddamn right, Joe Rogan. You goddamn night he danced the night away. You know why, Joe Rogan? Cause people have been waiting for someone to slap this nigga in the mouth for 25 motherfucking years. And finally, America's hero, Will Smith, once again came through in the clutch.
It was almost like it all went away until the rest of the world was like, are you out of your fucking mind? What is wrong with you?
That is crazy that it did not get acknowledged at all, and then
Yeah, because everybody waited for black women to be like all appalled, and they weren't. So then everybody waited for black men to be all appalled, and they weren't. So then Karen got involved, and that thing happened.